Have you ever considered that your daily bath might be doing more harm than good after 70? I know it sounds a bit surprising, right? But the thing is, as we age, our skin and bodies go through all sorts of changes. It's like, suddenly, the rules we've followed for years don't quite fit anymore. You might be wondering, how often should I really be taking a bath now? Well, you're not alone in that thought. You see, our skin becomes more delicate and sensitive as we get older. It's almost like a cherished old book, where the pages are a bit more fragile. And this means we might need to rethink how we approach personal hygiene. In this video, we're diving into how often seniors should bathe after 70. And let me tell you, some of these truths might just challenge what we've always believed. I mean, who would have thought that something as simple as a bath could have such a big impact on our well-being? But it does, and that's why it's so important to get it right. By sticking around, you'll discover 7 eye-opening facts that could really transform your approach to personal care. We're talking about ensuring your safety and comfort, which is what we all want, right? So if you're curious about how to keep your skin happy and healthy, you're in the right place. And hey, if you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you. Let's get started on this journey to better understand our bodies and how to care for them as we age. All right, let's dive into something that might surprise you. You know, we often hear that taking a bath every day is a must for good hygiene. But here's the thing. When it comes to seniors, especially those of us over 70, daily baths might actually do more harm than good. I know it sounds a bit shocking, right? But let me explain why. As we age, our skin goes through quite a transformation. It becomes thinner, and our bodies produce less of those natural oils that keep our skin soft and protected. Imagine your skin as a delicate piece of fine china. When you wash it too often, it can become dry and fragile, just like that china would if you scrubbed it every day. This is because frequent bathing can strip away those essential oils, leaving our skin dry and vulnerable. I remember chatting with a friend of mine who's also in her 70s. She mentioned how her skin felt like parchment paper after her daily showers. She was constantly dealing with dryness and irritation. And you know, she's not alone. Many of us experience this as we get older. Our skin just doesn't have the same resilience it used to. Now you might be wondering, what's the big deal about a little dry skin? Well, it's more than just a minor inconvenience. Dry, irritated skin can actually increase the risk of skin infections. When your skin is dry, it can crack, and those cracks can become entry points for bacteria. It's like leaving the door open for unwanted guests, and nobody wants that, right? So, what can we do about it? Well, first off, consider using mild soaps. Those harsh, heavily scented soaps can be really tough on aging skin. Think of it like choosing a gentle detergent for your favorite sweater. You want something that cleans without causing damage. And maybe, just maybe, consider cutting back on how often you bathe. It doesn't mean you have to skip hygiene altogether, but maybe a full bath every other day, or even every third day, could be a better fit. The underlying reason for all this is pretty simple. Our aging skin loses its natural protective oils, making it more susceptible to damage from frequent washing. It's like a car that needs regular oil changes to keep running smoothly. Without those oils, things just don't work as well. So, what about you? Have you noticed changes in your skin as you've aged? Maybe you've found some tricks that work for you. I'd love to hear about your experiences with skincare. It's always great to share tips and learn from each other. After all, we're all in this together, navigating the ups and downs of aging. All right, let's dive into something that might surprise you. Did you know that bathing less often can actually lower your risk of infections? Yeah, it sounds a bit counterintuitive, right? But here's the thing. Our skin has this amazing natural barrier. It's like a shield protecting us from all sorts of nasties out there. And when we bathe too frequently, especially with harsh soaps, we can strip away those natural oils and disrupt the skin's microbiome. You know, the good bacteria that help keep the bad stuff at bay. Now think about it. Fewer baths mean fewer chances for skin tears, and those little tears can be a gateway for bacteria to sneak in. I mean, nobody wants to deal with bacterial infections, right? It's like opening the door to unwanted guests. So by bathing less, you're actually giving your skin a better chance to do its job. But I get it. You might be thinking, what about the smell? It's a valid concern. Nobody wants to feel self-conscious about odor. But here's a little trick. Spot cleaning. Just grab a damp cloth and focus on those areas that need a bit of freshening up. It's quick, it's easy, and it really works. Plus, a good deodorant can be your best friend here. It's all about finding that balance, you know? And let's talk about why this works. Our skin's natural oils and the microbiome are like a dynamic duo. They play a crucial role in protecting us against pathogens. It's like having a personal army on your skin, ready to fend off any invaders. So, when we let them do their thing, we're actually boosting our skin's defense system. Now, I know some of you might be skeptical. Maybe you're used to a daily routine and the idea of changing it feels a bit daunting. But think of it as an experiment. Try it out and see how your skin responds. You might be pleasantly surprised. And hey, if you've already noticed changes in your skin health with less frequent bathing, I'd love to hear about it. Drop a comment and share your experience. It's always great to learn from each other. So, there you have it. Bathing less can actually be a good thing for your skin, especially as we get older. It's all about maintaining that natural balance and giving our skin the best chance to protect us. And remember, it's not about skipping hygiene altogether. It's about being smart and strategic with how we care for our skin. After all, it's the only skin we've got, right? Let's treat it well. All right, let's dive into something that might surprise you. You know, when we think about bathing, we often focus on cleanliness, right? But here's the thing. For seniors, especially those over 70, the real concern isn't just about staying clean. It's about staying safe. And believe it or not, falls are a bigger threat than a little dirt. Now you might be wondering, why is that? Well, frequent trips to the bathroom can actually increase the risk of falls. And we all know how slippery those bathroom surfaces can be. I mean, even for someone with perfect balance, a wet floor can be a hazard. But as we age, our balance and strength aren't quite what they used to be. It's just a fact of life. Let me share a quick story. My neighbor, Mary, she's in her early 80s. She used to take a bath every day, just like clockwork. But one day she slipped getting out of the tub. It was a scary moment. She ended up with a broken wrist and a lot of pain. And you know what? It made her rethink her routine. She realized that the physical demands and risks of bathing every day might outweigh the benefits of frequent washing. So, what can we do about it? Well, there are some simple solutions that can make a big difference. Installing grab bars in the bathroom is a great start. They provide something sturdy to hold on to, which can really help with balance. And don't forget about non-slip mats. They can turn a slippery floor into a much safer space. But let's talk about the bigger picture here. The reality is, as we get older, we have to weigh the risks and benefits of our daily routines. It's not just about staying clean, it's about staying safe. And sometimes that means adjusting how often we do things like bathing. Have you or someone you know ever experienced a fall in the bathroom? It's more common than you might think. If you have a story, I'd love to hear it. Sharing these experiences can really help others who might be facing the same challenges. So the next time you're thinking about your bathing routine, remember that it's okay to prioritize safety over frequency. It's all about finding that balance that works for you. And you know, making a few small changes can go a long way in keeping you safe and sound. All right, let's keep going and explore more about how we can make our daily routines safer and more comfortable. There's a lot more to uncover, and I think you'll find it really helpful. All right, so let's dive into something pretty fascinating. Your body actually has its own way of keeping clean. I know it sounds a bit surprising, right? But the thing is, our bodies are like these amazing self-cleaning machines. You might be wondering how that works. Well, let me tell you about the skin microbiome. It's like this invisible army of tiny organisms living on your skin, and they play a huge role in keeping things balanced and healthy. Think of it like a garden. You wouldn't want to overwater it, right? The same goes for your skin. Overbathing can actually disrupt this natural balance. And then there's the natural oil production. Your skin produces oils that help keep it moisturized and protected. It's like nature's own moisturizer, and when you wash too often, you strip away these oils, leaving your skin dry and vulnerable. Now, I get it. We've all grown up with the idea that cleanliness means daily showers or baths. But as we get older, our skin changes. It becomes thinner and more sensitive. So, the need for daily washing isn't as pressing as we might think. In fact, overdoing it can lead to more harm than good. But here's where it gets tricky. There's a common misunderstanding about hygiene needs, especially as we age. We might feel like we need to stick to old habits, but it's important to adapt to what our bodies actually need now. So, what can we do about it? Well, educating ourselves on natural skincare is a great start. Understanding how our skin works can help us make better choices. And maybe, just maybe, we can encourage ourselves to bathe a little less frequently. It's not about being less clean. It's about being smart with how we care for our skin. You might find that your skin feels better, less dry, and more comfortable. The underlying reason here is that our skin's ecosystem is designed to protect and clean itself. It's like having a built-in cleaning crew that works around the clock. So by reducing the need for daily washing, we're actually helping our skin do its job better. I know this might be a shift in thinking, but it's worth considering. And hey, I'm curious, what natural skincare tips do you follow? Maybe you have a favorite moisturizer or a special routine that works wonders for you. I'd love to hear about it, so feel free to share in the comments. Let's learn from each other and keep our skin healthy and happy. As we get older, our idea of cleanliness can really shift. I mean, think about it. When we were kids, a little dirt was just part of the fun, right? But now it's like we've got this checklist of hygiene habits. My friend once told me, "I used to think a daily shower was a must, but now I wonder if it's really necessary." And that got me thinking. The thing is, our skin changes, our routines change, and maybe our approach to cleanliness should too. It's not just about staying clean. It's about feeling comfortable in our own skin, literally and figuratively. Have you ever noticed how a simple change in routine can make you feel refreshed? So, I invite you to reflect on how your hygiene habits have evolved over time. What's worked for you? What hasn't? I'd love to hear your thoughts. So we've really dug into some surprising facts today, haven't we? I mean, who would have thought that taking a bath every day could actually be a bit risky for seniors? It's like, we always hear about the importance of staying clean, but it turns out there's more to the story. Daily baths can actually harm your skin, especially as we get older. And let's not forget about the increased risk of falls. It's a bit of a balancing act, isn't it? I remember my neighbor, Mrs. Thompson, telling me how she used to bathe every day, but then she started noticing her skin getting dry and itchy. She switched to bathing every other day, and it made a world of difference. It's those little changes that can really add up to a healthier lifestyle. And it's not just about the physical aspects. It's about feeling comfortable and confident in your own skin, literally and figuratively. We all want to enjoy our golden years without unnecessary worries, right? So maybe it's time to rethink how often we step into that tub. Now, if you found these insights helpful, why not share them with someone who might benefit? Maybe a friend or a family member who could use a little nudge in the right direction. And hey, if you want more tips and insights like these, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We've got plenty more to share. Thank you so much for watching. Embrace these insights for a healthier, safer lifestyle as you age. It's all about making those small, thoughtful changes that lead to big improvements. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.